There's no doubt in my mind that migrants can, and in fact, many already act as agents or as protagonists of local development. Certainly, in my experience, I've seen many individual migrants and many groups of migrants engage in the type of activity that stimulate the local economy and that certainly encourage even citizens to become involved in activities that create local economic development. I think, however, that we need to be quite careful that we do not impose this as a burden or as an obligation on migrants, either individually or as groups. Like most of us, migrants would be primarily concerned about taking care of and providing for their families. And if we make the role of agents or protagonists of local development an additional burden on them, so in other words, if this is not something that they are either interested in doing or not willing to do, then I think it would be unfair for us to have those expectations. But to the extent that migrants are able to play this role, or to the extent that they are willing to play this role, we need to make sure that we have in place the appropriate policies, the appropriate mechanisms to enable them to do this effectively. And what it really requires is a high level of cooperation between migrants as individuals and as groups, citizens, as well as the local authorities who usually are responsible for promoting local development. And so, in other words, migrants as agents or as protagonists of development are most successful if they play that role in combination or in cooperation with citizens and with local authorities. And it has to be a role that they are encouraged to play, and certainly where they have the skills and where they have the appropriate resources, we need to continue to encourage them to do so. But as I said at the beginning, I don't think it's the sort of role or sort of obligation that we can impose. But certainly we need to make use of the opportunities where they exist, and we need to encourage migrants to play this role where it is possible.